All right, let's get right into it. You know, some songs are more than just songs. They're something else entirely. We're not just talking about melody and lyrics here. We're talking about a story so full of raw emotion, love, rage, you name it, that it literally refused to be buried. We're talking about a ghost.
And it's so true, right? Some songs are ghosts. They just hang around. They linger in the shadows, just waiting for that perfect moment to come back and haunt the very people who tried to bury them in the first place. They're just packed with an emotion that's way too powerful to ever fade away.
And today, we are diving into what might be the greatest ghost story in all of rock and roll history, Fleetwood Mac's Silver Springs. Seriously, this is an unbelievable story. It's about how a song, written as a straight-up curse, was buried as a B-side, only to be resurrected 2 decades later on live TV to become an absolute legend.
So to really get this, you have to picture it. We got to go all the way back to 1976. The band is in the studio hammering out their masterpiece, Rumours. But behind the scenes, oh, it is total, absolute chaos. I mean, the album is basically being fueled by the spectacular, messy, and really bitter collapse of the relationships inside the band, especially that decade-long romance between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham.
And this emotional war, it played out right there in their music. It was like a duel. Lindsey had already fired his shot, you know? He'd written his side of the story, that angry, kind of dismissive anthem, Go Your Own Way. So Stevie had to respond. And her response? Well, it wasn't just another song. It was a deeply personal vow, a promise that would echo for decades to come.
And the name itself is so interesting. Apparently, Stevie just saw a road sign for Silver Spring, Maryland while they were on tour, and she just thought it sounded beautiful, magical. So it became this perfect metaphor for her, this idyllic, fleeting happiness she once had with Lindsey, a beautiful place that was now completely lost to her.
And right here, in this one lyric, we get the first real clue about the song's true purpose. This isn't just some sad, wistful hope that he'll remember her. No, this is an incantation. She is, in her own witchy way, casting a spell.
Okay, so Stevie has just poured her entire soul into this raw, open-hearted message for Lindsey. It's all right there. But then, when it came time to finalize the track list for Rumours, a decision was made. And that decision would pretty much change music history.
So, these were the official reasons, right? It was too long, over 4.5 minutes, too slow for the album's vibe, and honestly, it just wouldn't physically fit on the vinyl LP. Mick Fleetwood in particular really pushed for it to be cut. And for Stevie, you have to imagine how devastating this was. Her personal message, her spell, the thing she poured everything into, was being silenced.
And the irony here is just brutal. I mean, where did it end up? Her haunting, deeply personal promise was literally hidden on the B-side of his angry farewell song. It's just cruel. So for almost 20 years, Silver Springs became this ghost, a hidden gem that only the most diehard fans even knew existed.
So I want you to listen to these words again, but this time, don't hear them as a sad lament. Hear them for what they are, the chilling vow of a specter. She is telling him, point blank, you can leave me, you can try to forget me, but the sound of my voice, my love, my pain, it will haunt you forever. It is a curse woven from pure, undiluted heartbreak.
Okay, now let's fast forward. The ghost that was Silver Springs, it lay dormant for a long time. But as we all know, ghosts have a funny way of coming back, don't they?
20 years. For 2 whole decades after it was cut from the album, the ghost of this song just waited. And then, in 1997, Fleetwood Mac reunites for a huge televised concert special called The Dance. And you can just feel it. All those old tensions are still right there, simmering just below the surface.
And it was Stevie who insisted. She fought for it. Silver Springs was finally added to the setlist. She was ready to bring her ghost out into the light. And what happened next on that stage? It wasn't just a performance. It was a full-blown exorcism, broadcast live to the world. So she starts the song, and it's soft, it's beautiful, but as the music starts to build, you can see something shift in her. She's not just singing about the past anymore. She is actively channeling it. And then, right at the song's emotional peak, she turns. And she locks eyes with the one person in the entire world the song was written for, Lindsey Buckingham.
And she sings this line, this vow, this curse, looking directly at him. That promise she made in a recording studio 20 years earlier,
It's now being delivered, face to face with millions of people watching.
And for every single person watching at home, this was the moment. The song's curse literally came to life right before our eyes. This wasn't some forgotten B-side anymore. This was a reckoning. And all Lindsey could do is just stare back, finally forced to confront the very ghost he tried to leave behind 2 decades ago.
And then, the climax. As the music just swells into this crescendo, her voice completely breaks free. It transforms into this raw, primal scream. It's like she's unleashing 20 years of pent-up emotion, of being silenced, of heartbreak, of rage, all in one of the most cathartic, unbelievable moments ever captured on film. In that single moment, everything flipped. She was no longer the woman whose voice was cut from the record. She became the sound of the woman that loves you, the one he could never get away from. The curse wasn't just a lyric anymore. It was fulfilled, live, for the whole world to see.
And that one performance, that single night, completely transformed the song's destiny. The ghost wasn't a secret anymore. It was a legend. And think about its legacy. It's just so powerful. I mean, first, it's an incredible testament to turning your deepest pain into timeless art. It's also a lesson that some stories, some truths, are just too potent to stay buried forever. And maybe most of all, it's proof, absolute proof, that a voice that was once silenced can come back to be the most powerful one of all.
And really, that's what the story of Silver Springs is all about. It's this powerful lesson you should never, ever underestimate a ghost. Because when that ghost finally gets its chance to speak, you can bet it will have the most powerful voice in the room.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is it about a story or a song that makes it that powerful? What gives it that kind of strength? The power to endure, to come back, and to just refuse ever to be silenced?